Hi, and welcome back. I'm Takis.
I'm Danny. Welcome back to another day in the bay. Here we are back at the Guitar Bay.
That's right.
What we're drinking today, mate?
Today, Danny, we're drinking fancy Italian red wine, like Vino Rosso, Primitivo di Manduria from 2018. So
Primitivo di Madurio.
Somehow, close. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh.
Hefty. Nice.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
All right.
Yeah.
But this is not a wine tasting festival, is it?
No.
What's the bay? What do we do in the bay, Danny?
Don't send us wine.
No,
Send
don't.
us guitars.
Yes, please.
And wine. Why not?
Sure. If it's red. If it's red.
If
wine.
it fits. Yes, back in the bay we are doing guitar reviews. We are buying stuff from the used market and giving it some love. Last week we had the PRS on the show.
That's
How did you find that one, mate?
Oh, I was blown away. I'm happy you got me a PRS, but it wasn't for me, was it? It's back on the market now.
It's back on the market.
By the time you're watching this episode, it should be on eBay or Reverb, I guess. And did you take the porno stickers off?
I did, yes. It took me half an hour of good old elbow grease and a lot of polish, but it's back like new. You know, got some new pictures of it and hopefully get it on eBay on Sunday. So we'll see if there's anything. We'll post it down below.
All right. Today it's Danny's turn.
It is
because I bought a guitar a couple of weeks ago, and Danny has no idea what it is. What do you know about it? What have I told you? Price range?
Price, you got it for 150-ish?
120 asking price, 132 final price because of €12 postage. We're in Germany, just to remind you guys. So the guy was in Austria, and he sent it over to Düsseldorf here. And it was, 120 asking price. I paid 132 total. So that's what you know. And I think I told you it's, which part of the world it came from.
Asian.
It's Asian made, of course. I mean, the price kind of,
But you said it's quite something that might be sought after. There might be
let's see.
a niche for this sort of.
It's out of production.
Okay.
Maybe I told you that it's, you can't find it anymore new. You have to go to the used market to find this guitar, and it's kind of sought after the Googling and the foruming that I did. I'm
very excited.
It's in my SKB case there, so Danny will get it now and see what guitar we have.
You got this one from Everb?
Everb or eBay?
eBay.
This one is from eBay. eBay.de, of course, Germany. I said the guy was based in Austria, so he had to post it over here. It was very quick.
Let's get a look.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I think it might. It's hard to say. Washburn. I kind of thought maybe a Washburn. You can get they're quite a. Knowing you, it's a good quality instrument probably.
For that money, yeah. It's not a Washburn.
It's not a Washburn. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh. Oh. Right. What is this? Wow.
It's black.
It's clean. Wow. My God. It's a Cort.
It is a Cort.
It's a Cort. They make good acoustics.
They do, yes.
They very, my roommate has a Cort acoustic, and it's a great guitar. This looks very clean. Wow. Through body.
Yes.
And you said, how old is this? This looks like brand new.
2005. What the guy said, I mean, that's what everyone says when you buy an instrument online, that he hadn't used it much. But I reckon in this case, it's actually true. I didn't have to do anything on the fretboard. I didn't even have to remove any guck on the fretboard, just clean.
But the neck is very clean.
I think that's the selling point of this guitar. Because it's a cheap guitar. I mean, it's an Indonesian-made Cort Zenox Z22. They have been discontinued. When they came out, they were about $300, I think, 2005. It's Agathis body, which is a very light. It almost feels like it's not wood. It's not a tone wood, so it doesn't have this, very overwhelming sound. When you play it acoustically, you're not going to be blown away. And of course, it being a cheap guitar, the nut is plastic. The humbuckers are just stock powerhouse humbuckers that were used by Cort at the time. But the neck and the fret job is surprisingly good for this price range. And that's what made me really enjoy this guitar. It's very comfy to play, maple neck, as you can see, rosewood fretboard, very good fret job, no sharp edges, no nothing. Very simple, just pickup selector, volume and tone.
I like that. I like a simple guitar. I'm a fan of just two knobs, that's all you need.
Kind of reminds me of that show.
And yeah, the nice and simple selector, through body.
Yes.
Probably quite stable.
Yes, quite stable. It's this. I have no idea whether this is an original Tune-o-matic bridge or just a Tune-o-matic style bridge. I think the guy might have reversed it because the screws are pointing upwards to the humbucker, which is.
I see, right.
I don't think they would have done that. Ergonomically, that would have been a mistake. I think maybe he did this for whatever reason, but that's easy to fix. So
I
that's
think you
one
just
flaw.
flip it, yeah.
Yeah, that's one flaw with the guitar. The second thing is the nut, and it's not a problematic nut. It's just a cheap plastic nut, which right now it's fine. But if you use that guitar regularly, you have it as a gigging instrument, or you just play with it all the time, I think, and chain strings and the whole thing, I think after a while the strings will eat away the nut, and you might want to replace it if you end up, investing money in this guitar. But it's a surprisingly good guitar.
It's pretty. It's like a double cut PRS and an old school.
It looks like a cheap McCarthy style PRS double cut. I didn't have to tighten anything. The pots, the selector, the plug, everything is just brilliant.
Sweet. Let's plug it in. See how it sounds.
See what it sounds like. So yeah, here we are. Danny has dialed a very nice tone on the Katana, which is responds dynamically wonderfully. I mean, I still can't believe it that Katana can do this. So
I've set it to a nice clean setting now for once. I usually have just it on the edge of breakup, but.
Okay, what do you think?
Wow, it's thick. It's very thick, woolly sounding guitar. It's been a while since I've played like a full sort of humbucker, really deep sounding. Makes me want to play that sort of thrashy, metally sort of tones.
It wants to be a Les Paul, sound-wise.
Yeah.
It doesn't play like a Les Paul, but it sounds like a Les Paul.
Yeah.
So it's the opposite of the PRS basically from last week, which played like a Les Paul, but didn't sound like one.
But had that twanginess and That's stuff that I like generally.
This one doesn't.
This is very dark, and probably if you're if you like your power chords and stuff like that, I guess it's more for you. Like, but the.
So, let me show you how it's done with those guitars.
Show me how to play this guitar, mate.
Well, as Danny correctly said, this is a heavy guitar. I mean, it's really designed for power chords and for heavy playing. I guess the action might be too high for you. I like a relatively higher action than you do. And I think this guitar calls for it, you know. So this is the Cort Zenox Z22 in the Laney, in the clean channel. That's the bridge. There's a tiny bit of echo on it with the TC Flashback 2 staple delay pedal for all guitar players out there. So that's the bridge, clean. There's not an inch of, not an iota of drive on it. It's quite bitey.
Spiky.
Yeah? So that's the bridge. That's
middle
mid position. Not as spanky as you would want it to be, maybe, middle position. It's dark. But good for playing clean stuff. And bridge. Okay, let's put some hair on it. I'm going to use the Mud Honey as I typically do. I'll start with the low gain channel or the non-boost channel, back to the bridge. Heavy, dark humbuckers, but
low end, really low, punchy, which is nice.
But still enough precision when you play an open chord. This is how you test. I mean, I like the pedal too, to be honest, but the guitar too, you know. So that was the bridge, middle position. And bridge. Les Pauly, fat pickup, fat neck pickup. And some high gain. Back to the bridge. Middle position. Bridge. Maybe a tiny bit of delay there.
So
we said metal, but we didn't play much.
Yeah, that wasn't very metally, but I guess that's where the jam takes you, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
We don't know where we're going with it sometimes. And
that's true, but it is a great guitar. I mean, for the money, it's insanely good if you think about it. It's very clean, as you said. Obviously, the guy hadn't used it much. And the fretboard and neck is in excellent condition. The pots, the selector. Just look at it. You will see some close-ups also in the end. It's in very, very good condition, almost unplayed.
And this one's Indonesian made?
That's right, made in Indonesia, 2005, Cort Zenox Z22, out of production. If you just go ahead and do what you would do anyway without me telling you, Google and see what people think about these guitars. They seem to have a reputation among guitar players that they are the cheap, good stuff that people know about.
I could imagine with a nice set of, if it was mine, I would put low output pickups in it. Maybe some Seymour Duncans, some Alnico style pickups, and try and get that twanginess that I need. So I was lucky enough to play the Telecaster there. But.
Well, the good thing about these guitars is that they're cheap, so you can tweak them, you can do stuff. They offer themselves to be like a canvas for experimentation with pickup changes and so on. I think a metal guy would buy this guitar because just by the looks of it, it's an aggressive guitar and can do the job pickup wise. What I would do is change the nut. If I was to keep this guitar, I would change the nut because right now, as I said, it's fine, but it won't be in the future if you use it regularly. So you will see a close-up of the nut. It's a cheap plastic nut. The tuners are not locking tuners, but they're great. We've been playing. I've been playing.
Yeah,
no need to. Yeah, you said it's a string-thru body thing that probably contributes to that, to the steady.
Through body is always kind of pretty good for stability, and obviously with the Tune-o-matic style bridge as well. But I like just how basic it is. That's a really plus for me. But I would just say it's not for myself. What about you? Do you think you're going to keep it?
I'm tempted to because I don't have one of these guitars. I have my Tele, of course, and I have the Super Strat, the Squire, which is an HSS guitar.
Does it fit the bill? I mean, I guess it is something different from the two.
And I wanted to have one of those guitars, and I'm tempted because of how what a bargain it is. It's a cheap find. And the neck and fretboard, mate, is just brilliant. I'm just thinking all this time, is there anything that I haven't mentioned about the guitar? Of course, it's very light, it's very properly balanced. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a nice, forearm cut and a belly cut here too. Something we haven't mentioned about the guitar?
No, I think that's probably it.
12-inch radius, I think I said that.
Very good guitar, nicely clean, super clean, nice and basic. But for the money, for what you got it for, is crazy what you can get.
I just changed strings, 10 gauge Ernie balls, like we typically do. Especially for a heavy guitar. I would put 9s on the Telecaster, for example, myself, but that's a different episode. Yeah,
nice one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have
one more cheers.
Vino Rosso.
Prego. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.
Comment, subscribe, like, please do that. And yeah, see you later.
Two knobs, that's all you need.
Can't remind me of that show.